exams because they have not been properly
Absolutely.
taught?
I talked about that as well. The quality of teaching, the quality of learning. Part of the problem that is responsible for the low quality of learning is the learning environment itself.
And the quality of the teachers.
And the quality of the teachers. So we've tackled all those. And it's a continuous process. We're still tackling the quality of the teachers, addressing that.
Talking about, sorry to interject, Your Excellency, talking about the quality of the teachers, has the government hit an impasse in terms of being able to test and be able to assess the teachers? Because you did it with the principal or principals, and some people are saying that the government is not going to venture to look at the quality of the teachers because that too is a political issue.
No, look, everything can be political. It depends on your own agenda. We promised the Ekiti people that we're going to improve education when we got into office. And we made sure that everything we've done, teachers have also been included. There are different ways of undertaking the test. It may not be the way we've done the one for the principals and the vice principals that we would, because you have a much larger population to deal with as far as the classroom teachers are concerned, and tests are consistently being done. But not just tests, capacity building, training workshops are also being organized for them on core courses, on special courses, mathematics, English, the basic sciences. We also do other things. We have things like rural teachers allowance, because we're mostly a rural state, but majority of the teachers don't want to be posted to far-flung areas. So you need to give them some incentives that would also increase the interest in serving outside of the four walls of the capital city and other urban conurbations in the state. So we have a whole range of things that we're doing with them. All our teachers have laptops, computers, for example, because they use it in relation to our laptop per child initiative in secondary schools.
How did you come about that one, though?
How did I come about it?
The idea of a laptop per child.
You know, we have an advantage here. We are very well educated, but there's a difference between being well educated and being skilled. And we wanted to bridge that gap. And we felt in the 21st century, when people are more ICT inclined, if we're going to build a knowledge economy, which is the basic objective that we have as a state, as a vehicle to make poverty history here, then we're going to have to emphasize our focus on ICT. That's what informed it. Of course, I've looked at a range of examples outside Nigeria, and we entered into a partnership with Samsung because we are also rural. We wanted it to be something that would be functional. So the computers that we make available to our students are solar laptops, so that they can also take it home. You know, the electricity situation in our country. And curriculum is loaded into the laptop so that they have something they can also work with, whether they're in school or
out of school.
Okay, what about the laboratories?
The laboratories are also being improved. We're rebuilding the laboratories in schools. We're also equipping the laboratories with the standard examination equipment in the state. So it's a whole comprehensive transformation of the sector.
Now, let me just take you back a bit. You spoke about free education. How does that work? At the primary level, what do I need to pay as a primary school student?
In fact, you know, the free education at the primary level is even not our policy. It is the national policy. So you could say that the one that we're responsible for primarily is free education in the secondary school.
So how does that work?
How does it work? You don't really pay anything. But if you are in boarding school, you of course pay tuition for boarding. And that is fixed across the board. But if you're a day student, you have access to all the educational materials that we offer, including the laptop that I talked about, but you don't pay anything.
What about school uniforms?
No, your parents must get you school uniforms.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the least a parent could do.
Okay, so that's about all that they pay for by the uniform.
Yes. Let's move on to health, because it is a key issue. When people are unhealthy, it becomes extremely difficult to be able to do anything or to learn or to do any line of business. Now, your health infrastructure, what's the state of it at the moment?
Well, our health infrastructures are also some of the best that you can come across. We have general hospitals in our secondary facilities in almost every local government. And we have 16 local governments, so we have about 22. Some local governments even have more than one general hospital. And virtually every community that has over 5,000 people has a primary healthcare center in the state. So we have about 320 primary health centers. We have in the local governments, which will be the referral center for those tertiary health centers, and then we have the teaching hospital, which caters to much more complicated cases.
Interestingly enough, Your Excellency, you mentioned teaching hospital. I went into the Ekiti State Teaching Hospital yesterday, and I'm told that it's going through a process of transition. What is happening there?
What is happening? A whole range of things are happening there. The teaching hospital is having a number of refurbishments. We also have an IFC Ekiti State. IFC is the International Finance Corporation Ekiti State relationship partnership to put in place a diagnostic center in the teaching hospital. We've just completed a wellness and cancer detection center in memory of my late deputy who died of breast cancer last year. So we've just opened that in the place with state-of-the-art equipment, focusing primarily on men.
Is there an intention to move that institution out of that location to somewhere else, or that's the same place you're looking to develop?
No,
because there's a large expanse of land there.
We've already built it, and we have equipment there. I mean, if you went there, I'm surprised they didn't take you to the Fumialanka Diagnostic Center.
Unfortunately, I didn't see that one.
It's a brand new building with all the equipments there, the mammograms and all the equipment that they use in that detection. Because part of the problem that we discovered is that we have a problem of early detection. And if you don't detect an ailment like cancer at the very first stage, it goes up to about stage 4 when all hope is lost. But if you don't discover it at a very early stage, then the chances of really curing it is very slim.
So what you have there is not a comprehensive center, it's just the diagnostics.
It's a diagnostics that then enables us to help those who are found to have developed a case of breast or cervical or any form of cancer to be referred to a specialist.
So where are the special hospitals for this kind of thing? Because cancer is not supposed to be a terminal illness if it is managed properly.
It is. It is not supposed to be a terminal illness.
And detected early as well.
But we also know that we have challenges with our health system in the country. We do not believe that it is something that we should focus on as a state, because the bulk of the problems that we have in the state can be handled in a preventive manner, because we have more challenges with what I would describe as opportunistic diseases that are not managed properly: malaria, tuberculosis, and all of those simple ailments that can be handled at the primary care level. So for us, the focus of our healthcare system is preventive care rather than curative care, because we feel that if we do that, of course there are lifestyle diseases that are beginning to emerge. We too are beginning to eat at Mr. Biggs and Chicken Republic in Ekiti. So some of these things are in our environment as well, but